Hey there, scrappy gals and guys. Suzanne here in the studio today to talk about a paper line featured in Close to My Heart's core catalog. The annual catalog runs from September of 2020 to August 2021, so there's only about 2.5 months left to take advantage of the wonderful products in here. The one I'm going to be talking about today, and perhaps on a second video as I have so much to show you, is the lovely paper packet. Isn't this, well, lovely? Here you can see it comes, there's a paper packet, the paper packet, the sticker sheet, and of course there is also coordinating cardstock. Some of the colors include ballerina, bluebell, evergreen, sage, toffee, and linen. It's very pretty. Here you can see where they've used it for a few cards on this page. And if you move along just a little bit more, they have some coordinating stamp sets, florals and flutters that come with thin cuts, as well as the lovely border stamps that also come with thin cuts. And lots of really cute cards. And here's a really pretty layout. Shall we take a closer look at the paper and sticker sheet? Here we go. Here is the sticker sheet. You make me so happy. I really like this a lot. This is very pretty. It's got two really great borders, a scalloped one and then a row of hearts. And there are quite a few heart stickers on the sticker sheet as well. Very nice. Now here are the papers. Here's a pretty toffee color. And then sort of a vertical stripe, or obviously it could be used as horizontal also. The next we have more hearts. And on the back of that are these leaves or fronds, I think you call those. So that's that one. Here's another stylized frond, the pretty pink zip strip. And on the opposite side of that is this lovely floral. And then we have this yellow check with a very cute zip strip at the top of that. And on its reverse is another floral. This one's very sweet. I love the yellow in this. Then of course we've got the ballerina. Beautiful zip strip on this one. And on the other side of that is a nice stripe. Again, vertical or horizontal. And then one of the funner papers that I think is this one here. I'm not exactly sure what you would call this design, but it's in the 2 shades of bluebell and it's just really cute. And then to get back to a little more sophisticated look, we have these florals with the butterflies. Isn't that great? Okay, let's set the papers aside. Several of my customers bought this from me, and so as one of the benefits of being my customers, they got a nice layout workshop, and you can get a bunch of pretty layouts from this workshop using cardstock, the paper pack, and the sticker sheet, and then some other items if you care to add those in. For example, some bluebell glitter paper, some wood titles, some wood hearts, and some bluebell pearls. You basically use all of the stickers on the sheet. There were a couple you can see where I switched out a few. Would you like to see the finished pages? Okay. Here is the first double. Isn't this cute? This is the kind of page you often see done with 6x6 paper pads because you're using just 4 coordinating pieces of paper here and then putting a photo in the center of most of them. I made this one a journaling box by cutting down a Project Life card. And then I didn't have the Love This Wood titles, but I did have some of that same set in the white acrylic left. So this says Forever Family. And then again, we have the sticker here that we've cut in, so we can use it on multiple pages. That's 2 pages. This next one is fun. It would also be very adaptable to a 6x6 paper pad because you're using 3x6 paper strips. And again, I've embellished with a 3x4 Picture My Life card and some bluebell pearls and the stickers. Zip strips finish out across the bottom and another sweet sticker there. We're just getting warmed up. How about this? Here we've incorporated a couple of things. I should have mentioned on that earlier page, Close to My Heart has a bow die. I didn't buy it because I already had one of a similar size, so I used that here. And then they also recommend a flower die, but I just used one out of my stash and cut the flowers from cardstock. And then some of these brown wood accents were actually from a different workshop. But the great thing about this is you can use whatever you have on hand. Dies, punches. I really like the shimmer trim here. A customer had asked me the other day which I like better, the shimmer trim or the glitter paper. And I like them both. The shimmer trim is flatter, so it's almost more like a piece of paper than a piece of cardstock. And it does not really come off or shed at all. The glitter paper is thicker, and it does, when you're die cutting, or it will shed just a little bit, not very much, but you know, usually where the cut is. I often find a little glitter left on my Cricut mat after I've cut it, but it cuts beautifully. The glitter paper cuts really, really nice. So they each have their own uses, but this is the first time I had used much of the shimmer trim, and I am definitely going to be getting it in more colors. Again, remember that other card I had cut down? I believe this is the reverse of it, and I put it there to kind of fill out the grid on this side of the paper. Again, this memories here, that is from the Love This white acrylic titles. This one is quite pretty, although I will admit that even though I had those great directions, I messed up. I hadn't cut my floral paper deep enough. I'd cut it too short. And so I added the strip of cardstock so that it would be down the right depth onto the paper. And I think I even like it better since it turned out that way with the two tones. Again, we've got some glitter paper flowers here, along with some stamped images I did. I'll show you that stamp set. And then I also, since anytime you're die cutting, you're going to have leftover pieces. So I made my own glimmer gems by just punching 3/4 and 1/4 inch circles out of the glitter paper. I think that looks real cute. And this next double layout makes me so happy. Here you can see we got a great big title sticker, and you can see I still have left the backing on that. Again, flowers, and then I just used the same die as the flowers for the leaves, but just only used a couple on each side. So that's a trick you can always use if you don't have a separate leaf die. Isn't that a nice page? Lots of photos fit on there. This next design is maybe my favorite. I like that it's vertical and that we've tucked the photos in under these pieces of pattern paper that have all been cut. I used a cutting system to do mine. You could also use a die, but just the repetition of it. These are actually cut from the middle of a piece of the pattern paper. Those are not zip strips. And then I like that we've got a small photo here balanced by the PML card on this side. Okay. Let's keep going. Honestly, we're getting a whole scrapbook out of one paper pack, plus some extras. Here on this one, we've done all vertical photos. I love this bird cage with the flowers. And of course, we've got some butterflies on this page and a little bucket of lavender. This Love This is actually the inside of the Love This acrylic tile you saw on one of those early pages. And then some of these small butterflies and hearts are from older Close to My Heart embellishments that I still had left over. I've really enjoyed using up some of those things on this album. Here's that paper that I told you I liked so much, and I'm glad that we got good use out of it. We cut a square out of both of those, and you'll see how we use that coming up. And then here we just have a little scallop glitter paper and a punched, I used an edge punch to do my edges here. But you could also use a die. I changed my different edges up, but if you wanted to be consistent, you could try and use the same thing throughout the entire album. But to be honest, nobody's going to notice that small difference in detail. Here's that paper we cut out of the other sheet, and we've backed it on a piece of the evergreen cardstock. This is pretty simple, but you get to see a great deal of that beautiful vertical floral paper. This is just really lovely, I think. There's that one. Okay, then that would have brought us to this last page, which is a single. Here you can see we cut this pattern paper as well as some glitter paper with the same edger, or in this case it was a die, so that we had almost a perfect shadow. And then we've got these two photos and this cute. So this was included in the workshop, but I thought that would make a good front page for my album. And then based on the leftovers I had, I made this as the last page of my album. And here you can see I've stamped and die cut some butterflies to go with the butterflies in this paper. But then again, I've tied the hearts in, so there's both hearts on the first page of the album and the last page of the album. Here I went a little further and sort of double matted the photo. It's just those fun touches that look great. If I wasn't going to make an album out of all of these two pages would still make a very nice double page layout. I still had a few more scraps because I also had done the card making workshop on National Scrapbook Day that used the same paper line. So I was looking for ideas, and of course, Close to My Heart always has good ideas. Just a few days ago on the blog, they did a different paper line and did a daydream scrapbook page. And here is the pattern for it with the cutting directions. And I was able to pretty much do this by just adding in a little bit of paper from the May-June mix-in kit, which I had. And I was really psyched about doing this page because we hadn't really used this leafy frond pattern anywhere. So I like that it kind of takes a little bit of the center stage here. Because at this point I was working with scraps, I had this nice long 12 by 12 that was cut the right way here, but my other piece was also cut horizontally. So I had to slice that into several pieces in order to make it look vertical. And because we have this great big 5 by 7 mat here, it was really easy to hide that. So I always feel a little bit proud of myself when I can do that. Get the last little bit of paper and make it work. Here again, I have done one of the stamped images and then just echoed the coloring from here to here. And again, another PML card. Okay, that is a lot of pages from a little bit of paper plus some glimmer paper and other accessories. Let's take a quick look at the stamp and die sets. I did quite a few of these images from this stamp set called Florals and Flutters. This wreath, and this, and some butterflies, and of course the palm fronds and some hearts. So this came in real handy, and it's a great way to sort of extend a sticker sheet, is if you've got some of those same or coordinating images in a stamp set, that really makes you able to extend the use of your paper pack. Here again, there is a lovely border set. I actually used this one die here to cut some glimmer paper edges, which you may or may not remember, but I'm looking forward to using some of these cute other images as well. All right, I hope you'll stop by my blog, Suzanne Stamps and Scraps. It'll be linked in the notes to this video. I thank you for your time and attention. Happy stamping and scrapping. Bye-bye.